So this morning I'm really delighted to be with Thierry Lemaire. Thierry Lemaire, who is an amazing person in many respects in terms of what you do with the likes of Tim Hodges, Prab Paul, Harinder Paul. I've probably missed out one or two of your team as well, but those are some of the key people in the Vincent group, in the Vincent team, who are focused on the M25 area. And in terms of the company structure, the two of you are focused on acquisitions, yourself and Tim. Tim's more focused on the developer side. You're more focused on the um, flipping side, buy to sell, would you say? Or have I got that slightly wrong?
That's right. Yeah, the trading. So yeah, buying for motivated sellers at discount and flipping at auction.
Okay. So it'd be great to hear a little bit more about your story, how you got into property, and then going through how you managed to create that relationship with Tim and Prab. So huge thanks for you joining me. I know you came along to the UK initially as a student, but you transitioned from investing in Luton all the way through to a multi-million pound portfolio. And of course, to hear your story in more detail on the 2nd of March in the Grosvenor Casino, we're going to hear more about the story. But it's not about the story. I think your greatest strength is your systemization, Thierry. I've seen over 150 speakers, maybe 200, and in terms of being one of the most systemized in terms of how you source your deals, probably you're in the top 1%. So tell me a little bit more about your story and what got you into property.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon. Well, I arrived in London 20 years ago as I had a French bachelor in mechanical engineering in France. And so I came to do a final year of a bachelor engineering. So I was in production and quality management. Then I enjoyed student life, so I stayed for another year and got a master. Then got the first job as a quality engineer in a French company near Oxford. And then I made my way up in quality management and became a consultant for another French company. Then when I got started in property, I purchased a house in 2001 with a 100% mortgage. Yeah, that was still something possible at the time. I remortgaged it a couple of years later. Then I took some equity out and decided to put that money into investing into myself. So both in personal development and property investment. I went through Tony Robbins, probably the full program. I did some various training as well in property investment field. Then my first strategy was to buy 1 and 2 bedrooms in Luton. So very simple, buy, refurbish, remortgage and rent to build a portfolio for long term. Then I went on from a sole trader into joining a franchise for buying properties for motivated sellers, a quicksell.com at the time. Afterwards, I got involved in a brand new model as well. Then the crash happened, so I had to review my strategy. I started doing different things. I was involved in the launch of the YPN magazine. I also started packaging deals. And that's also when I met Prab and Tim, and we started jabbing together.
And that, for me, is the really interesting thing, Thierry. I know you're fantastic at systemizing deals, but it's also creating that partnership. And look, I'll be honest to the listeners. This 5-minute video or 10-minute video can't really give you all the nuts and bolts. And even on the day, we can't give you everything about how that relationship really became so strong. But that, I would say, is one of your key successes, because as the famous quote is, no man is an island. And
very true.
So what would your suggestions be about how did you come about meeting Tim and Prab, and how did you create that unity as well?
Mm-hmm. Well, Prab was at a stage of his life where he wanted to create a small group of investors who were at a stage where they're financially free from their portfolio and they wanted to move on to the next steps. So he created that group with 6 property investors. So for the last nearly 4 years now, we've been meeting every single month to review what happened the previous months, what's the plan for the next month, to help each other in many, many ways. From there, Pratt team and I formed the Vincit developments, and then we started working on bigger projects and to make the switch from investment to development. That's how we got started. But from there, really, it was only a side business for us, where we're still doing our own projects, but we're doing the bigger projects, putting it together through the Vincit development. But in October 2015, Harinder joined us, and from there wanted to create a bigger vision. So Vincit Development became the Vincit Group, and Vincit Development was now the vehicle for our bigger vision, which was Vincit Foundation. So, which meant that a percentage of our property deals, profits, will be feeding into our foundation. Our vision is to become a major contributor in causing a shift in consciousness on the planet. So this, by allowing people to make the impossible possible, empowering people to live a life they love, and a world living in harmony. So our first phase is to work with charities, bringing personal development to schools. And talking about the vision, in 5 years' time, we'll have launched our first Vincit school. So that's the broader vision we have within the Vincit group. There's a large, whole 5 years project we got here.
Thierry, I still would love to nail you down on how you created that synergy between you, Prab, Tim. Although that we will come back to that on the 2nd of March, the upcoming Central London morning meet. In terms of the best advice you've been given from someone, whether it's on property or personal development or in life in general, what would you say?
Well, life in general, but talking more, focusing to the property side, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Sure.
Have systems in place. So to have a successful business, you need to have a system to have leads coming in. Then when you have leads coming in, then you need a system to manage your leads. And then when you have leads, you convert them into deals, then you have a system to convert that deal into a making money project. So and leads, the system for the leads, it could be, you need marketing, so there'll be either online marketing or offline marketing. So there's many ways to attract leads. In terms of the leads management, the best advice I will give is every time you make a call to a lead, you have to have an action in your diary.
You have to have, sorry Thierry, when you make a call?
Contacted a client, a lead, at the end of the call, you have to have an action, whatever that is, to call back the next day, do due diligence, or whatever it is to call back 3 months later if the person is not ready. But you need to manage your leads and always follow up. That's a key. Always follow up on your leads. I've had leads that come back a year after I first discussed to them, and that was me. I already got a few actions of calling back leads back in the summer or in September or even January 2018, sorry. So in a year time. So leads, they're never completely dead until the person is not motivated. And, as long as they got the house and they want to find a solution, and there's always, I've got many, many leads that are still open, It's that's key to always follow up on those.
Sure. And covering the vision for the next 5 years, what do you see the vision for yourself or the Vincit company, Vincit Group?
Well, they're all together with Pratt team and Harinder, myself. We're all in together. We got that bigger vision of, we're at a stage where we want to be giving back. So, and to give back and make the world a better world, then we want to impact on the next generation, which is children. So that's our focus. Obviously, we're all doing this with our own children, but we want to be impacting more, locally in London, nationwide, and international. So for us children. That's the future. That's where we want to be focusing on.
Sure. So we've looked at your vision. We've looked at the company formation. We're going to go into a lot more detail about that formation, because for me personally, I think that's one of your greatest strengths, because there's a lot of people doing this at the moment on their own who haven't formed those relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And just to cover one final question, if someone is brand new to property investing, where would you say they should look at? Rent to rent, buy to lets, sourcing? What strategy do you think someone new to the industry should look at?
Great question, obviously. £1 million question. I would say, before me saying to everybody you should go and do service accommodation or rent to rent or anything else, or HMO, I would say you need to look at where you are in your life, and where you want to be, and then make a plan according to your need. So it's difficult to, for me to pick one particular strategy, but I would say first, your network is your net worth. So just go networking and just go and listen to what other people are doing, what the speakers are doing, what's around, and just pick one, make a good plan and stick with that plan and just make it work.
Sure. Just a follow-up question, and then I'll let you go, Thierry. So you say your network is your net wealth, or similar words to that effect. What advice would you give to people who are networking, maybe brand new this year? Look, they're thinking, look, we're going to take property a bit more seriously. Maybe they've taken out my annual subscription, which is at the moment just £200. It will go up in price. So depending when you're listening to this, it may have gone up in price. But the key question is, your network is your net wealth, which is fantastic. What would your number one suggestion tip be to people who are networking, maybe fresh to networking?
When you go to networking event, you always have to have a plan, a reason for going. You can't just go there, turn up, and talk to people for with no reason or no plan. You have to go there for a purpose. So either is, in my case, I will be going and wanting to meet new people, to maybe find new sources, new people that can bring deals to us, or it might be find some investors that want to invest with us, some people that want to get involved in our foundation, or it might be that I need some help with the back office stuff. One particular events, and my aim is to find somebody that may be able to support me in my daily tasks. So for somebody starting, I would say go there, and the plan might be, okay, today I need to look into the rent-to-rent business, and I try to pick up five business cards and always follow up on the business cards. So that would be the main point. Always have a plan for, when you're going to a networking event. If you don't have a plan, you leave the event with no conclusion. No, you won't be better off. You just have some ideas. But if you have a plan, you're going for a specific reason, then you will work toward that plan and connect with the right people.
Sure. Thierry, for the people who can't make the 2nd of March morning event, yes, how can they connect with you? Via Facebook or LinkedIn or email or website?
Yes, Facebook is probably the best place to find me and the rest of the team. You can also go on our website, which is vincit.group.co.uk. So that's VINCIT group.co.uk, and you'll find everything you need to on those two portals.
So I just want to say huge thanks for you taking time out today. Huge thanks to our listeners as well. And I look forward to seeing you in early March.
Great. Thank you, Brandon.
Thanks, Dan. Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.